loaded. Okay. Now, let's see. Multi-stream. Yeah, this is never any good to me. Anyway, I am on time, regardless of what anybody else says. And we're live on Instagram. Okay, everybody's present and accounted for. Let's get this started. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, what's up? What's up? It is that time of night. It is that time of night, and I am that time of night guy. I am TNathan. This is Conversations with TNathan, and we are right on time. No matter what anybody say, it is exactly 10 o'clock Central Standard Time, 11 o'clock Eastern Time, and you have to figure it out where you are because we are always on time. We are never late to this show. We are here every night, Monday through Friday at 10 o'clock Central Standard Time. I am your host, T. Nathan. This is the name of the show, Conversations with T. Nathan, just in case you couldn't see me pointing to the Conversations with T. Nathan. And let's get it. Oh, welcome, welcome. How's everybody? Oh, the Dora Milaje on time today. I see the Queen of Dora Milaje. Jackie Brown. Greetings, salutations, everyone. Glad to see you. Glad to see you. Glad to see you. What's up on Instagram? See you all coming in. Yeah, multi-stream is open. What's up, GCPR land? How is everybody doing? I hope everybody is safe and all of you all are good. Welcome to Conversations with T. Nathan, as I said, where we discuss all things that happened during the course of the day, during the course of the last 14 days, from an unapologetically black perspective. I would be the unapologetically black guy. Yeah. And having said that, where do we even start today? Where do we even start? Do we start with Donald Trump saying that he wants to turn Gaza into the Riviera of the Middle East and owning it? Do we start with the purge going on at the FBI and the CIA? Do we start with the butchering of USA aid and the cutting off of government funds to agencies and communities that are already feeling the crunch? Where do we start? Where do we start? Somebody pick. Apologizing right now. I'm here. I slept through the last 2 nights. I know. What's up, Teresa? Massive protests happening in LA. Yeah, it's nice to see. It's nice to see. As somebody who's always going to do anything they can to disrupt white supremacy, no matter what everybody else is doing, it's nice to see people disrupting the the harmony of white supremacy instead of doing the work of white supremacy. Yes, it is great to see that. Um, and I know it's gonna hurt. We also haven't watched the movie in a while. I have Companion, a new movie Companion. Companion, is it Companion or Companionship? Well, that's the name of this movie. I have it lined up just in case we don't run too long and people are still up. And it's called Companion. Yeah, Companion. I have Companion. I also have Flight Risk and I had a Wolfman. But I also want to watch Paradise. Paradise. First episode of Paradise got me. I'm hooked. I'm hooked. I'm hooked on Paradise. So that's what I have. Possibility lined up for bootleg movie night sometime, if not tonight, this week. Greetings, Joy. That's most important to the struggle. Hey, saw your Twitch notice, so came here. TikTok isn't sending notice if anyone wants to check. Yes, I know. Could you all see my other comment? No, this first comment I saw from you, Cam. So let's get right into it. Listen to this. Listen to this. And tell me if this makes sense to anybody. If you haven't seen my video, you can hear it now. But Elon Musk, an immigrant from South Africa, a white immigrant from South Africa, whose family benefited greatly from apartheid, immigrates to the United States, becomes a citizen of the United States, and through his meritorious relationship with Donald Trump, because it's all about merit right now, right? Through his merit based association with Donald Trump, is given a non elected government office of a non Congress sponsored government department to ride roughshod over government departments and tweak the budgets of government agencies that have already been approved by Congress. And nobody has a problem with this, right? On MAGA, the same party that says they don't like basically immigrants. Basically, tell me you don't like immigrants when they're black and brown without telling me you don't like immigrants when they're black and brown. Yeah. Yep. Carved a certain symbol in people's heads if you let them live. Yeah. That pretty much covers it. Did I get it all in there? Did I get it all in? Did I get, just checking. I do like to make sure we get these things in on a regular basis because that's what I heard. That's what I heard. But and this is the thing, right? You remember the Black Lives Matter movement was talking about defunding the police and cutting down on police interaction, and MAGA supporters lost their damn minds, right? But today we're looking at the possibility of 5,000 FBI agents being culled from the rolls just because they investigated January 6 participants in that incident. And we also get late in the afternoon that the CIA is going to be given early retirement. They want to wash the whole CIA department and replace it with Trump loyalists. Yeah, where you all at? I mean, where those MAGA supporters at that always are backing law enforcement, backing the blue, but now you're in the face of two police forces being cut down to accommodate the current occupant of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. But I haven't heard you all screaming yet. Uh, yeah. Yeah, I know you're late. You're always late. All of y'all, you're always late. I'm the only one that's ever on time. Yeah, luckily, mm, I'm good. But it doesn't seem like a good idea in any shape or form. You want 5,000 jobs unemployed. Yeah, I think this puts Israel under his thumb. I'm going to get to Israel. I haven't got to Israel yet. I wanted to get with just the localized police. I know y'all don't focus well. I understand y'all are all over the place and want me to hurry up and get there, but can we focus on what I'm talking about right now? But the idea that I'm watching this in real time unfold is hilarious to me. It is hilarious that all these back the blue individuals, all these law enforcement enthusiasts are silent in the face of the hypocrisy associated with this very move. 5,000. And then to see this same hypocrisy play out already in the Justice Department, in the Department of Justice, when he wanted to know the attorneys and the people that worked on anything that had to do with his investigation. Yeah, and you all remember everyone was talking around, oh, he's not going to get in office and bring retribution to people that he Giants fan you late to. Um, he's not going to bring retribution. He's just talking. And I kept saying Donald Trump does not just talk when it comes to his personal feelings. Now, he doesn't care about egg prices because he does he's a billionaire. He care about no egg prices, but retribution he definitely cared about. And then we'll segue into that for Candy since they wanted to push me to Israel. Israel. Benjamin Netanyahu was in Washington D.C. today, and it was like I say, these are hilarious to me. Watching this unfold is, even though it's dangerous, and unlike some of you all that call people stupid, I never say my enemies are stupid because if they're beating me and they're stupid, then that makes me a moron. They're not stupid. But to watch this Benjamin Netanyahu today in D.C. standing on a podium besides Donald Trump as they give a press conference. And I was wondering, I said, I wonder, when I was listening to this, I was like, I wonder if Benjamin Netanyahu knows Donald Trump was about to say what he said. Because while they were talking, I was looking at Benjamin Netanyahu's face, right? And he was like, and I was like, and the first thing I thought about when I heard that, let me give this preface, right? No, don't take my critique of what is happening in any way, shape, or form is I approve, or I will sit quietly back in the face of children being carpet bombed in Gaza. Don't ever think that. Two are not mutually inclusive, and I will cuss you out if you get that from this. Even though y'all are sitting back, I'm still not sitting back in the face of children being carpet bombed. Okay, don't take that this way. But I will say that my message in my video, and I guess people don't have media literacy or don't listen to me when I say that, because I have people in my video comments trying to trying to equate my stance of calling out Muslim Americans that did vote or did tell us we wasn't welcome in their community with what's going on directly in Gaza, and the two are not mutually inclusive. I know a lot of people are used to living in binary idealisms, or it's either is A or B. That's you all's problem, not mine. Don't equate my content with that, because you will get cussed out, and then you be like in your feelings because you said, "But I thought." You didn't think, you didn't listen. But anyway, so Donald Trump stands there on the podium and tells them that the United States will take over Gaza and we will own it and turn it into the Riviera of the Mideast. And I'm like, number one, we're just going to displace almost 2 million people and tell other countries, look, we have a problem with accepting migrants into this country, but we're going to tell other countries that, hey, we're going to displace 2 million people here, and you all need to find some place for them. We're going to displace 2 million people, and the Arab world, you all need to find somewhere for them. You all think it has been bad. You thought 9/11 was bad, messing with the sovereignty of Arab countries, right? You all wait till these chickens come home to roost that have been created in the conflict of watching inhumanity take place towards Gaza. When these chickens come home to roost, you all are going to be like, y'all remember the game we used to play to make somebody say uncle? You all going to be calling out every relative you know. Every relative you know. It's not going to be just uncle. It's going to be uncle. It's going to be specific names of uncle. Yeah, y'all see Bella? Yeah, you see Bella? Did I just glitch? Did I just glitch? Am I glitching on the word Gaza? Um, so that is a master class in racism to watch, right? That is a master class. And then you get to the fact that at the end of the day, I'm asking, where's Jill Stein? You remember y'all told us that we weren't welcome in your community if we voted for Kamala Harris, and it was either Jill Stein or Donald. Where's Jill Stein? Anybody seen Jill Stein? Anybody seen Jill Stein? Are we looking for Jill Stein? Jill Stein. Oh, okay. We looking for Jill Stein. Anybody see her? Y'all let me know. So I just made a video to that effect. And while I will not stand with people who told me I wasn't welcome in their community, I do still stand with Gaza. Don't ever get it fucked up, right? I just decided to stand with them in a way that benefits them directly and not the people who put us on the spot in a way that didn't have anything to do with Gaza. So that said, yeah, she just can't get comfortable. She can't get comfortable because she wants me to get in. She wants me to lay in the bed so she can stifle me and keep me from doing something. She's in Russia. Is spreading that check Trump wrote. Yeah, wherever she is, she's not coming to the aid and assistance of the same community that we. And you're talking to somebody who, if you know me, you follow me. You know, last spring, I was on college campuses. Um, Hypothetically fighting with police officers. I like fighting with police officers. Just let me go on and say that. Yeah, I do. I do. You say show up for a protest, police officers are going to be fought with. I'm there. You could be like, we're building a church of Satan, or when they won't give us a prize. I say, I'm coming. I'm coming. Speaking of coming, I will be in. I will try to remember to take the video. My video glasses broke because somebody thought they were a toy. Somebody thought my glasses was a toy. I don't mention no names, and so they chewed off one of the arms to my video stream glasses. Tomorrow, 50 states protest, 50 protests, one day. So I will be in the Capitol. I will be in the Capitol. So if I don't make it back tonight, I mean tomorrow night on time, if I'm late to the show, you'll know why I'm late. I'll be late in the event that, and I don't have bail money. Yeah, I know. Everybody loves me. My mother loves me because she keeps bail money for me. But I won't be bailed out because I have any money. Yeah, so I will. Her lawyers are yeah, your her lawyers need to buy me some new. Let me show you. Hold on, where they at? Yeah, yeah. You see here what your client did? You see what your client did? And it would be the part with the memory card in it. It would like if it would have been this part, I would have tried to do it. I would have been like, hey, I'll tape them up and I just look like the nerd with the taped up glasses, right? Yeah, I just look like. But she did it on the side with the memory chip, the side that I didn't need, bro. And a supporter sent me these about 2 years ago. I've been had these for 2 years. And the minute she catches them on the couch one day, unguarded, her and Pinky think they are a chew toy. So yeah, yeah. So they're just glasses now. Just because, like I said, if it was this side, it'd have been all good. I could tape it up. But I know I don't wire shit. This is on the wire shit side. This requires wiring. So I don't know. I'll, I'll put it on the list of things I need to replace. Um, as I said, all this week, also, if you follow me, because of the icy conditions across the country, if you all would like to donate to the Cash App right here, we are getting groceries for those people who are, because of the icy conditions across the country, that can't come out their house safely. We're accepting all donations. We are buying groceries and taking them to those people who cannot come out their house safely without being accosted by the icy conditions. And in the process, I'm also doing everything I can to disrupt the icy conditions that are in my community. And I hope you all are doing the same because in the interim, I will never do the work of white supremacy for white supremacy, and I will never sit back and allow the work of white supremacy to go by undisrupted. So, I there's a Costco not directly here, but within 50 miles, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. However long it takes, like it's a Costco in the area, but it's not like down the street or anything like Sam's Club. But yeah, CB was just saving your glasses from the dust bunnies. The dust bunny broke them. You right. You right. That's a good point, pirate. I need some Mysterium glasses with I don't need yeah, metal can make them, but I need Forge to make them. because they would come with all kinds of neat gadgets if Ford made them. I'll add you to my membership. I added you to my membership yesterday. Really? We got to talk because yeah, that'll be great. That'll be great. That'll be great. I will. I can find a ride too. Yeah, he is, but I need some mutant technology with the Mysterium. I need I need Lucius to do a little Lucius and Mysterium, and I need some organic technology with it. I know that's a blurred moment. I'll get back. So anyway, back to Netanyahu. So Benjamin Netanyahu is standing here, and I'm like, Donald Trump is going to turn Gaza. It's like everything is, and it's like, are we listening to this? Are we listening to this? The man who said he ran on the platform of not involving the United States in any more wars is basically volunteering the United States military to clean up Gaza and turn it into a Riviera property. Not to mention, this is a sovereign country. Supposedly a sovereign country. Um, this the two state solution. Anyone? Now, tell me if you are in Palestine and you hear this that they're going to basically displace to what happens to the peace deal, the ceasefire deal that's in place right now. We're not even out of phase one of the ceasefire deal. What happens to the ceasefire deal when you hear this in Gaza that the president of the United States is talking about turning your country, well, that you talking about turning your open air prison into the Riviera of the Middle East? And I'm gonna tell you this: I think he's taking a turn at Netanyahu. Remember, they were encouraging people to buy up the land. That's the thing. You're buying up land that doesn't belong to you. So it's not a buy up. You have to first invade it to take the land. Then even to sit back and also added on to this. You notice that today we also withdrew from the United Nations humanitarian department. The United States withdrew from the United Nations humanitarian aid division. Let that sink in. We have tanked USAID, the largest charitable contribution network in the world, and then we withdrew from the second largest humanitarian aid contributor in the world. Let that sink in. Let that sink in that we have withdrawn, we have tanked our own charitable organization, and we have withdrawn from the United Nations humanitarian aid division. Because we're not. Oh, my chief of security is here. I thought I was going. My chief of security here. All right, it's on now. Yeah, it's on now. I got the door Elijah and the chief of security. Both of them been missing for like 2 days. Yeah, yeah. Running around just creating messes. Right. Because, and Musk is robbing us blind. Listen, this is the thing. I don't think Elon Musk is. I don't listen. I don't think the 200, what is it, 200 and almost $300 billion man is robbing us blind. He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to. I don't think this goes back. I know everybody thinks it's about money, but it's about control. It's about control. I know because we have been raised in this binary thinking pattern that it's either about money or not about money. This is about control of people. It's Elon Musk, trust me, has way more money than he knows what to do with. This is about an exercise of control, and a lot of people can't separate the two or don't understand that the idea of it's like you remember in Coming to America when um the Eddie's betrothed bride, and she was like he made a bark and hop around on one leg. That's what they're looking for. That's what they're, in spite of the money, that's what they're looking for. They're looking for that kind of control. They're looking for that kind of, because control, it takes control to have protection. It takes control. He wants to dominate and erode boundaries that keep America from falling into a dictatorship. Who wants to dominate and erode boundaries to keep America from falling into a dictatorship? He go you one better. He doesn't care about those boundaries. He just cares about if you get inside the boundaries, then you get to dictate the dictatorship. We could have a people don't realize we could have a dictatorship and it still be called democracy. If you control the democracy, if you control the electorate, then you can always say, well, this is a free and fair election and we are a democracy. Yeah, we're doing the will of the people. Yeah, it's funny to me. It is funny watching the chickens that they are creating. And it's going to be funny watching those chickens come home to roost. But I'm not counting on them roosting because they have any opposition that involves any other party. This is, if you understand 1930s Germany, you understand the similarities between the Democratic Party and the party that failed to stop the funny mustache guy. I don't know. Anytime I say his name, I can't even say his first name. And I haven't cussed. I'm doing good. I haven't cussed, have I? I can't even say his first name without something going glitchy on my screen. So the funny word mustache man, that's going to be it until they catch up with that one. So the similarities between these parties and their opposition is hilarious too. When I say hilarious, don't think that I think this is hilarious in a way that is comical. Well, I do mean comical, but comical in the sense that yeah, I'm going to be screaming into the comedy machine because we are watching I tell people say history repeats itself. No, we're watching the distilling of history. Like I say, when you all run around here talking about people are dumb and all that and they beating your ass, I think you all are dumb when you say it. Because if the dumb people are beating your ass, that means you are in trouble. So I look at it when I'm watching the distilling of decades of studying history. That is the thing. You can say what you want to. You can say this is dumb. This is dumb. If you were vying for control of a country and a people, then the first thing you would have is the people that run around calling it dumb that don't understand the machinations that are actually going on. Like I say, what I am watching now as someone who studies history is the distilling of white supremacist principles that have worked from the ones who have not worked. And then bending. For the last 40 years, we have watched the bending of a particular party towards the arc of white supremacy, and now they're executing their play. And they are doing it with precision and planning. And the rest of you all are running around here thinking it won't last because it's so dumb. Yeah, y'all are dumb. Yeah, when I be listening to people, don't get me wrong. Donald Trump is not the sharpest tool in the shed, but he knows how to align with people that are going to line his pockets, and they'll know that they have a man that they can prop up, and that man will virtually regurgitate anything that they tell him to regurgitate, and he does it well. Yeah. Shock doctrine is in full effect. If you don't know what shock doctrine is, just ask me and I'll explain it. Shock doctrine is full effect, and the same kind of behavior that we can expect by looking at history about opposition parties to oppression and dictatorship always think they're smarter than the party that is administering the oppression. They always think it's a battle of just brains. When at the end of the day, they're ill prepared for when the Gestapo, can I say Gestapo on here? For when the brown shirts run in their house and silence them. Because they didn't, they be like, Wait a minute. I thought we were having an intellectual argument. I thought we were having an ideological argument that we could talk back and forth and work out. Oh, nope. Every one of y'all saying they stupid fit into that category. And when they bring the pain on that level, you're going to be like, but, because you don't distill history. You do not distill here. I'm not saying any of it's dumb. Stop centering yourself, Cam. I'm not talking to you. He gonna cuss as soon as he logs off GCPR. Yeah, I love you, Cam, but sometimes you center yourself, and I'm not talking to you. Know I'm not talking to you. And specifically, I'm not talking. Yes, I just called you out. Yes, specifically because I'm not talking about you. And I'm gonna tell you this. That is a problem also with our side. It's like our side centers themselves in what they think when they're actually moving in the correct way, as opposed to let people know that are not moving in the correct way. That we're no, at the end of the day, I just need you all to hold your head down and do the work. And we need to center the people who don't understand what we're talking about. We need to always center them. And we don't need to center them from a point of personal experience. We need to center them from centering them by their ignorance and their stupidity that is going to get them unalived or killed and in that space. In that space. So let's focus on that right now. Listen, look at here. If you get on the bed, look. See, this is what she just did. See, this is yes. My boxes are in here. One, yes, I have three things of this filled with boxes. So she has, and these are the clean ones. These are clean. Her and Pinky, for some reason, if any clothes are down in their range, she will try to think and look at her. She looking like I didn't just knock this over and try to steal some boxers while you were on live. She tried to steal boxers. I have boxers and socks. In those where I keep my boxers and socks because I have too many just to put in a drawer. Yes, I have literally. If I never washed boxers for like 60 days, I could still have a new pair of boxers. Yes, yes. So I'm also thinking about some of these incels that are always in my comment section. That if they, you can get a pair of boxes right now for the low low. Pair of boxes for the low low to finance me icy conditions. Yes, that's what I have to do. Yes, I'm not above it. As a matter of fact, I'll send you a pair that Bella just got through playing with. Yep. Uh, Look at that innocent face. Where? 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 Yeah, she thought she got me. She thought my back was turned, like I wouldn't hear her drag. She literally drags this thing from under the bed, at the edge of the bed, and turns it over, and got her head deep in it, pulling out boxers. Like, which one are you looking for? And it's not like these, like I say, these are clean boxers. This is the clean box. I'm like, which ones are you looking for? It's like, you have a favorite color in here, Bella? Yeah. When we doing the calendar, we're not. Look, I say that, but yeah, y'all know I could. Yeah, I couldn't. It's not. Yeah, I couldn't. I probably could do it for the cause, but yeah. You think the beard wouldn't be the only thing red? It'd be like, yeah, okay. I don't feel positive about the future. Like, um, I'm positive about the future. I'm gonna tell you, because I look at it this way, Chief of Security. If this doesn't galvanize people into revolutionary movement, we won't be galvanized. I say it won't be. It's gonna be dark. It's gonna be hard, and we knew that. And that's why I also talk about plans. I don't just plan to fight a revolution just because the opportunity presents itself. We got a plan to win a revolution and then what it looks like on the other side of the revolution. I think that's the drawback. People expect, going back to the people I say that call this dumb until the brown shirts walk into their house and take them out into a gulag environment, or in this case, El Salvador. And El Salvador, I say that for a reason, and I'll get to that reason in a moment. But hopefully, this will galvanize people in a way that they will say, we need to start listening to the people that are distilling history into a counter revolution of what works against the oppressor, as opposed to just sitting around doing the same thing while the oppressor has distilled the lessons of history into this mixture of potent racism and oppression that we are not prepared to deal with because we think we're still fighting the same oppressor that we fought in the 60s, that we fought in the 1860s. Yeah, it's not the same. It's the same goal, but not the same oppressor. And people are not taking that lesson to heart. People are still out here thinking you can argue with Trump supporters and somehow you're going to lead to a revolution of thought in them. Not that. Nobody is willing to do wet work. I can't believe you put that in the comment section. Yes, you're perfect. You're so right. I know. I don't. No. 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 You're right in the sense that in general, not enough of us. Let's qualify that because yeah, there are some of us that will be on a water tower 24/7 given a chance, but not enough of us. But we also, it's not just the wet work. The wet work has to have meaning because we are so few. We have to treat it, we have to make the targets count. And we're not doing that because some people are willing to do the work, but they don't have the planning to do effective work. See, my thing is, uh, I'm just at the end here. I'm going out my mind because talk doesn't do it. Let me go, coach. Sign me up. Nope, not signing you up because that not yet. See, that's the thing. And I feel you. I feel you, Chief of Security. But I'm sorry. That's not an option. Like I say, you don't get the luxury of being my Chief of Security and going out your mind. Yep, you don't get that luxury. So pull it together. Pull it together. People are going to look at you. We have to have symbols. We have to have those people that people can look up to and understand that there is a certain way we have to move and there are certain things we have to do or else we are going to fail collectively. And I know it's harsh. And I know people like that's why I don't have many people in the inner circle because at the end of the day, I have to keep the inner circle tight and not just by numbers, but my mentality and understand going into it. This is not going to be easy. It is not going to be a walk in the park, and everybody's not cut out for it. And there are also rules. There are rules that if we're going to inspire others, we have to inspire them with a certain amount of acceptance, but also calmness. We have to. I know you're ready, nephew, but it's still. What do I always say? I do not believe in marching people up Hamburger Hill just because they'll go. That doesn't. If I don't see a strategic, we have to be strategic. I'm sorry, we're not strong enough to just blunt force our way into a revolution. And people don't like that. People, you're going to get the truth from me. You're going to get the truth because I'm not fighting a revolution based upon losing. I'm not fighting a revolution just to get to the other side and go exactly back to the status quo. We have to fight a revolution with a strategy of how to fight based on our army and how it looks on the other side of the fight to get to victory. You have to be able to not only envision victory, but you have to be able to envision life after victory. We're not there. We're not there. People think it's the revolution is enough, and it is not. It is not. We were born for this moment to fight against tearing up and standing up for truth. Yeah, on no calendar. Once Enzo is gone, I'm going rogue. No, you're ready, willing, and like I say, I just know if that starts mass bloodshed, you can't be mad at me for my response. Yes, I can. Hey, obviously, you don't know me well, nephew. Yes, I can be mad if your response is not in service to the winning, but in service to centering yourself in a response. Yes, I can be mad. Yes, I can be mad. We've lost too many people that center themselves in a response instead of centering themselves in a response that is going to have long term meaning. And I think that comes from the fact that you all are so used to listening to leaders that have no long term plans or believe that they just want to be statues. They just want to be statues. They want. I want to be remembered as the man who did something that accomplished nothing. And we'll talk about you during Revolutionary History Month in an oppressive, in a continual oppressive system. We'll talk about you. We'll say, oh, yep, this. Look what they did. They did this, and we're still oppressed. Yep, I am not the one to sit around and to cajole or to congratulate people on doing things that only glorify them and not the revolution. And anybody who knows me knows that already. Well, what's up, Dr. D? And that's why, and that is why a lot of you all gravitate towards people that tell you the things you want to hear and have accomplished nothing in the long term. Because legends, I'm still alive, so I'm not a legend. I'm not interested in being a legend. I'm interested in ending the oppression of oppressed people. That's what, because I want to get beyond the veil and look back and the ancestors tell me, good job. That's the validation I want. I don't want to just get beyond the veil and just be like, oh well, you're here now. No, I want to get beyond the veil and the ancestors said, thank you, you listened and you heard. Yes, I have educational purpose very ready. So that is the thing about true revolution. True revolution has to have a purpose and it has to have a vision past the event. Past the event. And until we get ourselves in that mode to look beyond the event of revolution for the sake of revolution, we're not doing the work of revolution. We're just doing the work of our selfish interest. And that's why I made the video today in response to Tabitha Brown. Because yeah, we can have these discussions because most people think binary. It's either this or that. True visionaries understand that there are more than just the two binary choices you're used to being given by Western civilization and the oppressor. So I was telling people like, yeah, Tabitha Brown has reached a point, and because the oppressor always elevates certain people from the oppressed class or allow them to rise because of the fact that it reinforces their oppression. Because we are so focused on how they did it that we maintain the system of oppression that exists, believing that we also can rise. So and I turned it around and said, because Tabitha said, continue to purchase stuff, purchase black business, black people that have their product in Target. Continue to purchase those because of their contractual agreements with Target. Like Target doesn't profit from them, and that's well and fine. But they will always be there until we end the system. But I also pointed out that also listening to the other crowd that's always talking about just buy black, don't worry about it, just buy black. Number one, you're talking about things that are faced by black people 50% of the time, and you live in a system where the oppressor controls all the levers of power, including and not exception of finance. So there is no minority owned businesses that don't benefit the oppressor. So you all do what you all want to with that information. You can believe this and this black collective, and that's fine. You can support the black collective, but you remember going back to the civil rights movement when I told you there was no plan after civil rights. We had black collectives that finances did benefit our community, and we fled those when we got liberated under the civil rights movement, and we took our community's blood and took it to the white community hand in hand. And now there are no black communities like those that were built prior to segregation that specifically fed the growth and development of black people. Those don't exist anymore. So Do with it as you will, feel about it as you is, but I can prove it to you by historical record. Greetings, Shawnee. How you doing? Um, I can prove it to you. Video keeps freezing. Am I freezing for everybody? Because I'm also getting like I'm looking at the glitching on my telephone. Also, I mean, you all know the show is brought to you from my ODS, but I'm looking. I also bring it up on my phone, and I see that to keep scrolling down and back in to adjust it. Yeah. So, yes, we're talking about issues of the day. So we just covered two. We just covered two. I haven't even made it to El Salvador. So, our Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, it amazes me, Marco Rubio. And, this is so cliche is Marco Rubio, the Cuban descendant, would first order of business that Donald Trump would send him on as Secretary of State would be to Central America, right? No, that's nothing to see here, right? That's just so cliche-ish that first place I'm gonna send my Secretary of State of Cuban ancestry is to Central America. But I digress. But he's in El Salvador. He was in El Salvador. He went to Panama to basically threaten those people into turning over their canal back to the United States. Yeah, and unlike Canada, the president of Panama was like, "Yeah, my people will come and get me and throw me out of office if I just agreed to this right now, right?" Yeah, unlike that, because Justin Trudeau, I don't care what y'all say. Canada and Mexico caved. I don't want to hear y'all talk about, oh, they gave him concessions that they were already doing. Listen, that is caving still. It's caving to make it seem like you're appeasing a dictator. That's caving. I don't care what you do. The stand up move was like, we're already doing what we're going to do. If that's not good enough, then bring the sanctions, bring your tariffs. That's what true leadership does. True leadership does like we were doing this, this, and this already. If that's not good enough, we're not doing any more. And if that's see, that's what he wants. He just wants optical wins. He just wants optical wins, just like Barack Obama sitting next to him and chatting it up and laughing at Jimmy Carter's funeral. And people were like, well, Barack is this. I don't care. He just wants optical wins. Optical wins are a win for him. True leadership doesn't even get. What about the optics of you losing? You don't care about those. People like, well, they got to do what they got to do. Okay, you lost. You did. No matter what people say, they're running around here trying to justify it and saying about the Canadians and the Mexican government got over on Donald Trump. That's because you all don't understand history and don't study what Adolphus was doing for his people to view him as a winner. Don't understand. It's the same parallels. The same parallels. Adolphus needed to be viewed as a winner by the people that he wanted their support from. And that's what they do. In this age, we're watching a constant showman, Donald Trump, manipulate optics. And people are too stupid to realize that that counts. Because people think that in this country, we should already see that the majority of voters cast their vote for Donald Trump. Whether you like it or not. I know people want to. Some of you all sound like MAGA supporters from 2020, but I digress. You go right around and find your little 500 voters across the country that voted and didn't, whatever the situation is, there is nothing you're going to do to overturn the results of the last election. Nothing, let me say this again. You're wasting your energy. There is nothing you're going to come up with on February the 4th that is going to overturn the results of the last election. Does everybody understand that? So stop sending me anything to do with voter fraud or anything because it's not going to overturn the outcome of the last election. Say it with me now. Say it with me. I know it's a bitter pill to swallow, but you're the same. You're running around looking like MAGA supporters. The very people that you said you would not be, you have become. That's what's worrisome. That's what's worrisome. It's like you all's integrity or your standing on business only lasts until you become the ones not standing on business. Yeah. So the reality of it is just like the reality that MAGA supporters had to live with for 4 years is that a minimum of 4 years this president is going to be in office. Didn't he say that didn't he say what? No, no, never mind me. Because you typed all that out to put never mind at the end of it. So you might as well get to it. Yeah. See, this is not a conversation. You typed that all out intentionally to get never mind in there. And that was passive aggressive. And I hate passive aggressive. Yeah. I told you this is why. He said that he had Elon rig some. See, I knew that's where you were going, and I wanted to get that out because going back to what just, I'll be about to cuss. I'm trying not to cuss. I got 6 more minutes. Going back to what I just said. Let's say he comes out and write a book like OJ did. Is it going to change this election? Is it going to change the fact that you all are running your wheels and spending energy on something that is not going to change the fact that Donald Trump is 47th president of the United States? And most likely, you all sound just like MAGA supporters from 2020. Yes, I'm going to fuss at you because you follow me and you should know better. Yes, I'm going to fuss. That's part of the problem. We don't fuss at each other because when we say something that is not in accordance with the revolutionary outcome we say we're looking for, then it requires attention. Because don't delude yourself, Shawnee. I'm not just fussing at you. There are plenty of people who believe that that matters. And I'm fussing at you to fuss at them because at least you were bold enough to put it in there once I said it. But there are a lot of people that are hoping, like I said, this goes back to the Democrats having a plan that I said they never had, that people told me to hold on for. They never had a plan. And if you would have listened then, you wouldn't have wasted all this time waiting for somebody else to save you. Him admitting it changes literally nothing. It's okay to disagree. It's okay to disagree to the agree. I don't even understand what that means, Will. I'm not, like I say, prove me wrong. Don't just tell me it's okay to disagree to disagree. That's a passive aggressive ass statement also. 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes. That's a passive aggressive ass statement also. We agree to we disagree. I don't know what that means. Speak to me in the same tones I speak to you. What does it mean? What does it mean? That's like people saying I'm playing devil's advocate. Who asked? Who was in need of a devil's advocate? In the I'll make a video telling people I don't care about your feelings in the face of facts. I don't. I don't care about your feelings in the face of facts. I don't care what you feel about facts. At any point in time, you can call me on facts and I can show you that. My videos, I make videos not on conjecture, but on facts. I don't need an advocate. I'm right here. We need to focus on pushing back against white supremacy in the here and now. The election has come and gone. Right. At the end of the day, all of you all that are holding on to some mystical idea that an election in the United States is, when was the last time? Let me tell you something. I'm sure elections held before the age of computers and fail safes that we have in face now probably were. We have the whole Timothy, the Teapot Dome scandal, and all these scandals of election manipulation in the past. It would be easy. What president left office because of them? Sometimes it's going to happen though. Soon, I feel it. You feel what? Both ways about what? I don't know what, but something is going to happen. Facts is actually factual to those that believe the lies. What? Facts is actually factual to those that believe the lies. I guess I need to host a live and give you all a chance to say these things, and maybe it's the medium that we have to use with you all typing. The goal is agree. The goal is agree to your beliefs. Yeah, that's a good example, Shawnee. And I like I say, I don't understand just because someone believes it doesn't make it a fact. It's still a lie. It still be a lie. Like I say, what's up, Matt King? At the end of the day, you all want to bring feelings and I want to bring facts. I can sit here and talk about historical context and how it doesn't affect what you all are talking about, and you all will keep telling me what you all are hoping for. Yeah, that emblem on Superman's chest is not an S. It's the Kryptonian symbol for hope, and you all think it's as bulletproof as he is. It's not. It's not. What's up? What's up, Donnie? Yeah. At the end of the day, your facts matter, and if we can't distill facts down into a logical counter to oppression or our enemies, then we lose. We lose. All these y'all been feeling for 400 years. Y'all been feeling all this time. Y'all been thoughts and praying to death, literally, literally. So I'm not thoughts and praying you. I'm not feeling. I'm telling you in the distillation of history. The same thing. This is what maybe if I was white, maybe I need to be white. And we would get the idea because y'all seem to like white people. Let me call up one of these large white creators that I know and write them some more scripts like I did before because y'all like hearing these words from them even though I literally write some scripts, but I digress. But at the end of the day, I'm talking about a logical approach to dismantling the oppression that we fight against and a countermeasure with steps. And the first step is I have to fight the people that I are being oppressed about the nature of the oppression and how they are failing to adopt logical stances against in the fight against oppression because they feel like we can agree to disagree as I'm watching lynched black and brown people or lynched and beaten LGBTQ members or the policies that are being logically put in place to do this and you think your feelings are going to change them. Feelings is Feeling is fun for me. Do you agree? Think we're having two different. You're still having a conversation not rooted in what I'm actually talking about. You're having a conversation. Feelings are fun. Yeah, you know what? Maybe you're having a conversation rooted in the outside of what I'm talking about because I said that I am specifically talking about dismantling and fighting the levers of oppression, and your feelings in that fight are not what you need, and you talk about feelings of fun. So you're talking about outside of scope. So yes, feelings of fun, I guess. Yes, but since I'm talking about dismantling a system of oppression, your feelings don't matter. What's up, Yolanda? Thank you. Yeah, your feelings don't matter. Um, I want to cuss now, so hold on just a minute. What's up, GCPR? How are you doing? We're cutting. You all have a nice night, or wherever you are. We'll be back tomorrow night, 10 o'clock Central Standard Time, 11 o'clock Eastern Time. I'm sorry that you didn't get to hear the rest of the show. I told the DJ that I would be more considerate. Unless I was really on a rant, then you can't blame me. So, yeah, he has something lined up tonight he wants to get to. So I'm going to let you all go. And hey, my Romanian audience, thank you for being there. Um, yeah. we're out of here. If you want to continue to listen to the show, come on over. You can find me on YouTube right now, X right now, Instagram right now, Twitch right now, and the Tiki Talk. So if you know, then you know. I'll catch you later. Peace. All right, so I'm off the radio now. Listen here. Listen here. No, Will, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just off the radio. I wouldn't finish with you. Look, I just had to get off the radio because I know I didn't want my boss to have to pay some fines in the morning or this weekend. Yeah, they usually have to pay them on the week. So understand, right, that at the end of the day, all of this Philly shit is just that. It's just that shit. Shit. And to tell somebody who's talking about logic that all feelings are not rooted in anger is some weak ass shit. Yeah, that's some weak ass shit. To tell somebody who's actually having a conversation rooted in the logic of fighting and counter protest that all feelings are not anger. Yeah. You can fight a protest based on the fact that you feel love. You can fight a protest based, but the idea of telling somebody who is talking like this, that is insultive. Is insultive. And it's intentionally insultive. It's the passive aggressive insultiveness that keeps us from moving. No, you can't mute him. You can't mute him. Because I want him to be able to not only hear what I say, but to give me more cannon fodder to dissect. Stephen, I think you're missing. I think you might have missed the conversation, and you might want to listen because I specifically said that I was addressing him saying that about anger as a feeling, like I didn't know that it was a feeling. See, I understand. Anger is a feeling. And Steve, that borderlines also on you're not new. You're not new here, Steve. So you should know better than to know that wasn't I saying anger is not a feeling. Yeah, it is not. See, like I said, this is why people be like, I like your words, but your delivery is not. Yeah, yeah, my delivery is not the issue. The issue is listening to the facts. See, your feelings are relevant to you, but to fighting a revolution, it must come down to logic counterstrokes. It's like if my nephew, his feelings would have him crashing out. That wouldn't mean he wouldn't. It's not that he doesn't, or he wants to do something good, but if his just goes on feelings without the hold of logic, he's going to crash out, spend energy, and not accomplish anything moving the needle against the oppressor. The oppressor has a certain amount of built in expectation of people to get so much in their feelings that they're going to crash out. And because then, and since this feeling is not going to be generalized across the board at the same time, it's going to be one or two, and oppression can absorb that like a kinetic blow against Sebastian Shaw. Let's see if Pirate got that one against Sebastian Shaw, and that is the problem. I've been used to your livery since 2020. Yeah, yeah. I understand you came in late. He will. I understand you came in late, see, but it's still, and that's why I am addressing you because you came in late, and I don't want you to miss the conversation. Listening is a key. Comprehension is free. Yeah, no, Yolanda. Yes, the listening part is free. The comprehension part is a little more challenging. Is a little more challenging. But I do this because we have had people teach us these same lessons, from Frederick Hampton to Marcus Garvey. They have taught these same lessons, but people didn't listen because their delivery was not. Their delivery was from a point, except Fred Hampton later. The delivery was from a point to tolerate things that should not have been tolerated in the end. Listen to me. The delivery has to meet the moment. And the moment is I don't have a lifetime to teach you to listen and comprehend. I don't. So I have to point it. People don't realize when I upset their apple cart of idealisms and they fuss back at me and I still respond with the same calmness of logic, eventually they have to get to the point that I'm feeling, he's addressing my feelings still with logic and receipts. So the logical portion of you has to tame your feelings. And if you can't tame your feelings and act logically in the fight against oppression, then you're no use to the revolution. A lot of people have been allowed to think that their feelings, not to say that you're not going to be happy with liberation, not to say that your feelings are invalid, but your feelings have to take a back seat to what needs to be logically executed. You can't we have to stop this idealism that, oh, I'm not going to use the tools of oppression against the oppressor because that's wrong. You mean to tell me that if I pick up the gun that my assailant drops and shoots them to stop them from assaulting me, you somehow equate that with the same use of that tool in the assault of me, right? That's what you all are saying when you say we can't use the tools of the oppressor against the oppressor. That is logically what you're saying. Do you get it? Do you get it? See, it makes sense then, right? It makes sense then. But why doesn't it make sense when you're saying that? Because a tool is just that, a tool. So we have to understand that station identification break. This Cash App is up here because it is icy across the country. It is very icy across the country. And because of it being so icy across the country, there are certain people that cannot come out of their homes out of fear of the iciness, that they might slide right out of their homes and their children would be left alone because it's so icy. So I am taking groceries. We're providing grocery help for people that can't get out in the icy conditions, and we are asking that you all make a donation to help me help those people who can't get out of their homes from icy conditions. And I understand that this is not sustainable, but right now let's address the need because people are scared to leave their homes because of the icy conditions. And since I do everything I can to disrupt and dismantle and basically run roughshod over white supremacy, because unlike some people, I don't pick and choose my battles when it comes to disrupting white supremacy. Anytime I see white supremacy in action, I believe we have an obligation as an oppressed underclass to disrupt it, or we should just get used to the yoke of white supremacy. So this is what we're doing for now. Other things still to come, but right now this is the part we're at. So any donations you all would like to make, and I feel you. I understand other content creators like gifts. I don't care about gifts. I much would rather you would donate directly, so more of your money goes to helping the causes that we believe in and engage in, and few of you all. Hey, thank you, Jenna. Is that Jenna? Thank you, Jenna. Few of the dollars go to things we don't support. So that's what we're doing. Thank you, Jenna. Just got yours. I appreciate it. But yeah, we'll. This is the mission for this week, and we'll figure it out. Gina A. Yeah, okay. I couldn't see it. It came across. it came across so quickly. Oh, I wish I'd have known. I was like trying to read the little writing on the computer screen. Thank you, Rain. I appreciate it. Hey, Renee with a J. Yeah. So that's what we're out. That's what we're doing, and on the mission. So every night this week and into next week, you're going to hear this from me. If you can't donate to the trip, if you have to make a decision to donate to my trip to Selma or helping me help those who are in need of food, I'm okay if you choose to help me help those who are in need of food. I'm going to Selma anyway. If I have to put a shiesty on and go get it out the mud. If you know, you know. But we're going to be in Selma anyway. We have commitments from people that we're going to be in Selma. So if you want to donate to the helping those who are suffering under these icy conditions, please feel free. Yeah. Okay. Now, El Salvador. See, this is why we can't. Hey, listen, listen, right? Every little bit helps. Have you seen egg prices? The trip to Selma is going to be, I'll be in Selma between March the 5th and the 10th for the 60th commemoration of Bloody Sunday. For the 60th commemoration of Bloody Sunday, and I would like to get as, I'm going to document it. I'm going to document it, and, figure it out. I guess I go nothing. I hate one of the things, like I say, my glasses. Olivia's client ate my glasses. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris. Every little big help. Olivia's client. Okay, Jay, we'll stay here until you get home. Olivia's client um, broke my glasses that I usually use when I'm at protests, so I can have my hands free. So we're going to have to replace those, and I'm taking it out of Olivia's promissory commitment to my client. Yeah, innocent until proven guilty. They didn't break themselves. Yes, like I was saying, and it's like so strange because I was the metal melter is in here. The metal melter is he's going to Selma with me, and it's like if you know me, one of the things that I'm very stickler on is I have to participate in my own travel expenses, right? But when they talk about, that's why Metal is literally my brother, literally my brother. Not just because he is an accomplice, but because he's literally my brother. Because he tells me, he says, I come up with all these big ideas. Let me tell you, I come up with all these big ideas. I come up with the idea I want to put a food box in our yard so those who are homeless can come by and get food out whenever we have it to put in there. And I just bring these big ideas. I don't know cost. I don't know how I'm gonna pay for them. I don't know any of that. I came to Mello and say, hey, I want to go to Selma for the 60th commemoration of the anniversary of the Bloody Sunday, right? And he says, okay. I was like, okay, I don't have any money. It's like, okay, I don't have any money, but I want to go. And he says, okay. And he says, we're going. And I know we're going. And don't worry, that doesn't mean I'm not going to work. So it's having money to go and put there. But this is something else. So I work towards getting money to put aside money every week. And every week it never fails that something comes up with, like I'm doing now with raising money for grocery for those who happen to be homeless, and I always wind up spending the money I put up, or we have to put somebody in a hotel because of the condition. And no time does he ever give me a hard time. Him and Don, him and Don. I'll be like, yeah, yeah, about that. And they know me well enough to know. They know me well enough to know that's exactly what I'm going to do. Metal has gone with me. Metal was here. I told you, if you look at the video when we were in Arkansas, and I'm watching this man literally give the shoes off his feet to one of the homeless in the homeless community that we were taking food and supplies to, right? And then he's walking around barefooted and I was like, I can't. I can't take him off deeper into the woods because I'm worried because he's barefooted with them little bitty feet. Little Mello, you got some little feet. You could put both of his feet together and just make one of mine. Yeah. Um, I know you don't, Chief of Security, but I just, it's like there is so much that goes, like I said, going back to feelings. People invest feelings in things that I try to be logical about. And for me, it is nice to have people in the inner circle that understands that, yeah, T. Nathan needs financial management, not because he's going to, buy stuff for himself, but he's going to be. This is why my bestie stopped me from carrying cash, because if I carry cash on me, I'm going to leave home with $150. I'm going to be back home after we drive around, and I'm going to probably have enough to buy a cup of coffee. Because, and this is not hubris, but I look at it this way: I have a roof over my head, I have food, Bella has food, Pinky has food. I don't need, I've lived a life that I thought that a lot of material things would make me happy when I was in the game, spent more money than most people make in a year, in a couple of weeks. None of that brought the fulfillment that it does to help people that are in bad, worse situations. So yes, I do look at it from the fact that long as, I have a roof over my head, long as Bella's good, long as the family's good, every extra dollar, yeah, I can't hold on to it. Yeah, so I appreciate all the help. I do, and to know that your money is going to. I appreciate you all understanding that your money is going to a good cause, and like I say, when people come down and help, or even if it inspires others. That's why I used to post the videos before I realized that there are people that watch your videos just to report people. And then in this day and age, with the passing of the new legislation from the Supreme Court that basically criminalizes homelessness, uh, Habaragani, nephew over on Twitch, yeah, but and under this day and age, with the we're watching the new constitution that criminalizes homelessness, or the icy conditions. You get it? The icy conditions that causes us to have to do things like that. We appreciate it because people ask me why don't I form a nonprofit? Because I've been a part of enough nonprofits to know that number one, T. Nathan is never going to wait on a committee to decide when to help people. So that is the reason. So it means a lot that you even trust me enough with your money to know that you can see that we are not going to spend it on anything except what we say we're going to spend it on. Because you can watch us every step of the way. Um, thank you, Jackie. Thank you. And that's what we do. So know that we're going to fight a revolution regardless. I'm going to be doing this. And like I say, Metal will tell you. I would call I would call Metal or someone up and I would say, and Metal and Chief Security, because they both have this understanding. Like I can call Metal up, something goes wrong. Look, something goes wrong in somebody else's house that I know, and I got to call Metal and I got to say, hey, we need to do something. And if we can't figure it out with these big ass hands, I got to get somebody in here who does figure it out with some big ass, with some little ass hands, right? And to understand, because they have been there, they understand what we're doing. They have literally been there with me. Made it home safely. Damn, Jay, how far do you live? I thought you lived a little farther from the gas station. All right, nephew Jay has made it home safely from work. Now, I'm gonna talk about El Salvador for just a moment, and you all let me know if you all want to watch Companion tonight or if you all want to watch it this weekend. Like I say, I have the movie Companion, and you all can think about it while we close out. So El Salvador, Marco Rubio, Secretary of State, went to El Salvador, met with the Salvadorian president, and the Salvadorian president, the bitch that he is, told Marco Rubio that not only will El Salvador accept deportees from that fled his oppressive regime in El Salvador, but that he will take in any migrants from any nationality that the United States wants to expel. So he's not only willing to house, to repatriatize, probably put them in prison, El Salvadorians who fled his country to come to the United States. He's also willing to take in any other migrants that the United States wants to expel, no matter what nationality they come from. Now, couple that with the fact that the United States is getting ready to start shipping migrants um, from the continent, from the because there. Don't get me wrong. There's a migrant processatory system at Guantanamo Bay that dealt with migrants that were on the sea and the vessels that might have been going down or something. They processed them there. But now we're getting ready to amp up and send 30,000 migrants to Gitmo from the United States, and you can best believe children will be in that number. So you put those two things together and hold those for a moment, right? Also, Marco Rubio and the president of El Salvador talked about housing criminals from the United States. Do you hear me? Criminals from the United States that are American citizens. And somehow Donald Trump thinks we should look into doing this. First we have to figure out if it's legal. What do you mean if it's legal? What do you mean if it's legal to send American prisoners to a foreign country to be incarcerated? Hello? But this is where we are. We are at the point. Right, right. Trump is legal. He's legally the president. I'm not arguing the legality of the president of the United States, Nancy. That no, I'm not doing that. The idea that we're arguing the fact that we got to look into the idea that this practice is not legal. And when I say legal, understand that doesn't mean it won't get done, because technically it would be illegal, constitutionally illegal, to violate the 14th Amendment. But he tried. And it won't stop the fact that we are not seeing a Congress stand up to the presidential test of powers. Everything Donald Trump has done since he's been in office has been a test of the presidential limits to power. The Constitution, the everything. And it's testing it in a way that the Supreme Court said, what? The Supreme Court has ruled and given Donald Trump more powers than any other previous president. Well, technically, Joe Biden had the same powers, but all noble and shit, because, we can't be doing anything ignoble in the quest to liberation. We're just going to do a flurry of executive orders on our way out the door that we could have done in the beginning. But I digress. But the idea that this man, Marco Rubio, that we're even entertaining this idea says a lot. Surely his prison building pals won't give him with him on exporting their product. Yeah, listen. And then, of course, there's going to be a small fee attached to this. We're not worried about him paying it because, he's going to save so much money from not donating to humanitarian causes through U.S. aid or the sponsorship of the United Nations, which we withdrew from today. So you do understand that narrative that we are watching, right? We're watching this narrative play out, that we're entertaining these things in this day and age, which is problematic in best. And like I say, all of where are all you back the blue individuals now that he's gutting the FBI and the CIA, and Elon Musk is preparing to be the first buddy. That's Elon Musk's official title, right? This meritorious service. Elon's official title is first buddy. And you all think my problems with government are the problem that I don't believe in democracy. So yeah, I'm told you. Dirty work, first buddy. Yeah, I gotta get a new phone. Just letting you know in case you text me. What do you mean? What's wrong with your old phone? Not like you text back immediately anyway. That's Olivia. Not like you text back immediately anyway. Oh, okay. Penelope, your bestie got to get a new phone. So just let that sink in, right? Let that sink in that in this day and age that we are actually entertaining outsourcing. It wasn't a thing, right? And let this sink in, right? We are literally considering outsourcing not only our obligation to migrants, but our obligation to American citizens that have to be incarcerated. And then, and I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen if this becomes a thing. If he entertains it, like I say, Gitmo is going to be used to house immigrants, and they're going to be immigrant children. And I don't care what you say. I do not care what you say. You're going to look up, and they're going to be children in Guantanamo Bay. Do you realize the only reason some of y'all understand or know Guantanamo Bay is because waterboarding? Waterboarding is why we know Gitmo. We know naval base in Cuba. Um, Waterboarding. That's what we know it from. So imagine that. Imagine that. Why would you ever want to put anybody who is not guilty of violating a crime, any crime except trying to leave oppressive regimes that the United States created in these other countries, and they come to the land that literally says we need to go ahead and tear down the Statue of Liberty also and erase Emily Lazarus Colossus from it because it literally says, "Send us your tired, your poor, your downtrodden, those longing to breathe free, and we will give them free." We need to go on and just take that down. Well, technically, we need to take it down, or we need to go and put in there, if you're white. We need to just get a certain asterisk. We should put some parentheses and say if you're white, because this doesn't apply to black and brown people. That's all. You can leave it up, I guess. Leave it up and just put that asterisk mark next to it if you're white. Um, Enhanced interrogation. I know get more from Few Good Men. And Sharpie. No, see, look, you can put the outline in a Sharpie, but you probably need to use a laser printer to put it in because the Sharpie will wear out. Yeah. It- Technically, I guess the annotation was already there in essence. We just pretended like it wasn't. So Sharpie sounds good. Sounds good. We just need to start. We need to start ostracizing the Colossus, the poem. We still is still asterisk at the end. We mean white people. Yeah, because nobody's talking about the people that are under TP from Ukraine. Nobody's talking about deporting them. Nobody's talking about deporting the white people that came from the Middle East, from Afghanistan, but Haitians who are actually fleeing not just for political reasons, but from natural disasters between hurricanes and earthquakes back to back. We need to deport them. Yeah, okay. We just need to give back the whole statue. No, it's the statue is not the problem because France actually gave us the statue in good faith. It's what that it doesn't mean what it doesn't mean anymore. It never meant. Let me put the French had intent, but when the Americans got it and put it on Ellis Island as a beacon for immigrants, we should have known that they didn't put it on the southern border. They put it on Ellis Island. We should have known then that, yeah, we build walls on the southern border. We Ellis Island, as many people as you can get on a frigate from Western Europe, Eastern Europe. We'll even go halfway and meet you and make sure that frigate doesn't drown, doesn't capsize. Um, they smell roaches. Just raid them. Roaches for raid. Yeah. Um, we Dr. Neely. Oh, really? I got a. The Ukrainians have a whole subdivision in Washington State. We just need to give back those statues. Yeah, we need to just go on and pawn it. We melt it down and make something else probably. They didn't put it on Angel Island. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, I'll look at it. I'll look at it. Yeah, I tell you all. Yeah, some of y'all tag me in videos, and I never see them. I never see them. I'm sorry, but I will look for that one on Blackwing. I will look for that one. Uh, just a girl is late. I don't know. Y'all don't like me anymore. I feel that. I feel that. I feel that. Just a girl late, late. So what's up, fam? Um, tonight or just wait till Wednesday. I know, and I do this because I know a lot of you all have to get up early, and I'm late night, and I'm an insomniac. But if enough of you all want to hang out, if you all just want to wait till the weekend, I do have companion. Yeah. First of all, what is time? Time like a river. He's blocked a bill in Wisconsin requiring police to work with ICE. I don't know if you had time to watch that yet. I saw that, but I was wondering if the Wisconsin, and I wonder why they could. Like I say, I like Tony, but I also wonder about the state of if they're going to override his veto. Presents 2025 looks good. I have companion. I was telling them before you showed up. I have companion also. I have companion. I'll catch the movie another time. Who can sleep? All right, all right. So yeah, I have. That's good. So we'll plan. We'll watch Companion tomorrow night. That'll give me time to go over some of the things that I want to go over in preparation. I have to finish reading the latest round of executive orders because I don't like talking about things until I read them. So I've read all the previous executive orders. I got to read the ones he signed today and yesterday to catch up. Um, right, right. That's it. But I was surprised. I mean, I'm glad you told me. I was wondering the state of that, but yeah. Presents look good. We'll watch Presents. Making your work overtime. Yeah. Look, I was going to play the entire press conference today for people to hear him talking about Gaza and some other things. But yeah. What are you yesing about, nephew? You're yesing about tomorrow, or you want to watch something tonight? If you want to watch something tonight, I'll put something on for you, nephew. But we can catch up. We can catch up tomorrow. I promise I won't. You saw the clips? Yeah. I promise I won't run over. You want to watch something tonight? What you want to watch, nephew? You want to watch the presents? Go. You want to watch presents or Fantastic Four sneak peek? I saw it. I'm gonna tell you, right? Yeah. Okay. Blur it out for a couple of minutes. All right. We're gonna watch Presents to the 2022 movie over on at Bootleg Theater. Nephew wants to watch Presents, so we're gonna watch Presents on Bootleg Movie Theater tonight. It's a 2022 movie, and then we'll watch Companion. We'll watch Companion. Um, dun, dun, dun. We'll watch Companion this weekend. I got Companion. I got First Flight. I would. Look, I would play it on TikTok, but I know y'all can do large screen on Twitch. So we'll play it on Twitch. We're gonna watch Presence tonight. It's a horror movie. Good. It will give me something to fall asleep to. Yeah. And I don't want to hear my nephew talking about he got to check out. He better watch every minute of this movie. Yeah. Well, while I'm reading executive orders. All right. Anybody got anything for me before we go over to Twitch? Anybody? My lung is crunchy though still. Yeah. Healing vibes to all the sick peeps. Yeah. Yeah. I can't wait to March. Nephew, I get to see the nephew. I haven't seen him in a few months, so he'll be here in March. He's going to Selma with me because you gotta take jump off. Like I tell people, we go places. It's like you gotta have a couple nephews with you, and so usually the nephews have to protect people from me. But these, if I take Jason, if I take Rose, it's not going to turn out that way. It's like they're not going to have the same expectations, right? It's like, yeah, they're not going to try to talk me down. It's like we're just going to jump people. Yeah, so we're going to be like and commemorating Bloody Sunday, and our motto is "Don't make it another one," because it's not going to turn out the same way you think it is. So yeah, we'll be in Selma. Thank you all of y'all who donated towards the meal, the groceries. I appreciate it. Like I said, you're gonna hear this all week, so um, don't be mad. Just can't help it. We got to do this, and now we're going to transition over to Twitter. Like I said, I appreciate everybody. We're going to transport over to Twitter. You might have to log in and log back. You might have to log in or log out. I don't know. We'll see. If you're already in Twitter, um, yeah, we'll be there. As soon as I end this, I'm going to open up the Twitter feed and we're going to watch horror movie. Possession Presence, the 2022 one. And as soon as we get to 2024 one, we're going to watch that.